What if I told you that right now, as you watch this video, someone, somewhere could be listening to your conversations, reading your messages, and tracking your every move online? It sounds like a Hollywood movie, right? But what if I told you it's not fiction, it's real, and one man risked everything to tell the world the truth? This is the story of Edward Snowden, the whistleblower who changed everything. Edward Snowden wasn't a spy, a criminal, or a politician. He was an ordinary man with an extraordinary decision to make. A computer expert, working as an NSA contractor, Snowden found something deeply disturbing. His own government was secretly spying on millions of its own citizens. Instead of staying silent, he made a choice that would change his life forever. But Snowden wasn't alone in this journey. Investigative journalists Glenn Greenwald and Laura Poitras became his allies, helping him expose these secrets to the world. The newspapers The Guardian and The Washington Post published the shocking revelations, starting a huge global debate. And then there was the US government, who saw Snowden not as a hero, but as a traitor. He was accused of espionage, his passport was taken away, and his fate was sealed. Let's put it simply, the National Security Agency was watching. Not just terrorists or criminals, but everyone. Your phone calls, emails, social media activity, and even private messages were being collected without your knowledge. Secret programs like PRISM gave the government direct access to data from Google, Facebook, Apple, and other tech giants. Think about it. Every time you searched online, sent a text, or made a call, it could have been recorded. Many people thought mass surveillance was just a conspiracy theory, but Snowden's leaks proved it was real. Governments weren't just fighting terrorism, they were invading privacy on a massive scale. And suddenly, millions of people realized they were being watched without ever knowing it. The timeline of Snowden's revelations is as dramatic as any thriller. In 2009, he started working as an NSA contractor. By June 2013, he had secretly contacted journalists and leaked classified documents. On June 5, 2013, The Guardian published the first shocking report. By June 21, the US government had charged Snowden with espionage, and just 2 days later he fled the country. But things took a dramatic turn. He got stranded in Russia. From 2015 until now, his leaks have continued to shape global privacy laws. One moment, he was just a regular government worker. The next, he was the world's most wanted whistleblower. His name became a symbol of both heroism and betrayal, depending on who you ask. Snowden's journey took him across the world. He first sought refuge in Hong Kong, where he met with journalists and handed over the classified documents. The United States, where the NSA operated, was at the center of the surveillance scandal. As the leaks spread, governments around the world reacted, some reforming their policies, while others doubled down on surveillance. Snowden had planned to seek asylum in other places, perhaps in Latin America or Europe, but the US made sure that didn't happen. Trapped in an airport, he became stateless overnight. Russia became his unexpected refuge when his passport was taken away, forcing him to stay in Moscow. Imagine waking up one day, realizing that everything you believed in, your country's values, its respect for privacy, was a lie. Snowden had a choice: stay silent and live comfortably, or speak up and risk everything. He chose to expose the truth, because he believed people had a right to know. His revelations forced governments to admit what they had long denied. His leaks led to lawsuits, reforms, and public outrage. But was it enough? Even today, governments worldwide continue to expand their surveillance programs. Some agencies have changed their tactics, but mass surveillance hasn't stopped. It's only evolved. It wasn't just a matter of sending an email. Snowden had to plan carefully. He used encrypted communication to contact trusted journalists. He smuggled data out without detection. He flew to Hong Kong and later became stateless when the US revoked his passport. And today, in exile in Russia, Snowden continues his advocacy for digital privacy. He speaks at conferences, writes about surveillance, and warns the world that privacy is slipping away. And the most chilling part? He says it's worse now than when he first exposed it. Edward Snowden gave up his freedom so that we could keep ours. Whether you see him as a hero or a traitor, one thing is undeniable: he changed how the world sees privacy and government surveillance. But here's the question for you. Now that you know the truth, what will you do with it? If you care about your privacy, start small. Use encrypted messaging apps like Signal. Avoid oversharing online. Stay informed about digital rights, because today, more than ever, your data is your power. The question is, who do you want controlling it? The world Snowden exposed still exists. The question is, what are you going to do about it?